Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Man inspired by Southport killings stabbed girl, 9, in the neck as she played outside. A 29-year-old man who was obsessed with child murders and felt inspired by the Southport attacks, stabbed a 9-year-old girl in the neck as she played outside. Jordan Wilkes watched YouTube videos and podcasts on crimes involving the killing of children before stabbing the girl as she played outside his home in August. These included the killing of the 3 girls at a dance class in Southport last year, the murder of James Bulger, and several American high school massacres. Hours before the attack, he watched a video on Aiden Fucci, who murdered a 13-year-old American schoolgirl by stabbing her 114 times. Just 3 weeks after the Southport killings, Wilkes, victim, had been playing with a friend on the stairwell outside his flat in Christchurch, Dorset. Fueled by thoughts of fulfilling a sick fantasy, he opened his door and stabbed the girl 3 times in the neck, shoulder, and knee with a penknife without saying a word. She and her friend managed to flee to the safety of another flat, but the wounds to the girl's shoulder and knee were so deep the bone could be seen. She was able to make a full recovery. Wilkes was arrested by armed police, who raided his flat a short time after the attack. Police also recovered a clump of the girl's hair, which Wilkes either cut as a trophy or wrenched from her scalp in an attempt to keep hold of her while he was attacking her. He denied a charge of attempting to murder the girl, who can't be named for legal reasons, but was found guilty following a trial at Bournemouth Crown Court. Berenice Mulvaney, prosecuting, said Wilkes had an unhealthy fascination with the murder of children and saw his opportunity to fulfill some sort of sick fantasy. She said she was just playing with a friend on the stairwell outside the flat this defendant lived in with his mother. He came out of the flat. He didn't say anything, but grabbed hold of her arm, then struck her with the knife 3 times, once to the top of the neck by the jawline, once to the shoulder, and once to the side of her knee. Giving evidence, the girl said of the attack, "I saw him reach into his pocket. I didn't know that it was a knife. He hid it with his arm behind him, then he came at us. He came running at me with a straight face. He grabbed hold of my arm, really tight, so I couldn't escape, and he was aiming for this area, pointing to her neck." Her friend described Wilkes as mad-looking. His mobile phone was recovered, which revealed a particularly concerning search history. The data downloaded from his Motorola mobile phone showed 69 files of interest, related to violence, knives, and child killings in the 3 months before the attack. The news articles, YouTube videos, documentaries, and podcasts had content relating to the Valentine School Massacre, America's deadliest mass shooting, with 17 killed at Parkland High School in Florida in 2018. Ms. Mulvaney said, "What was found on that phone show an unhealthy interest in violence, in knives, but in particular the murder of children. There were searches and videos watched regarding the Valentine School massacres in America, child serial killers, abuse of children, the murder of James Bulger, and the riots that resulted in Southport after the murder of 3 girls. The Southport murders taking place in July, the attack on the 9-year-old, weeks later. The woman in the flat the 2 girls ran to said she heard screaming and banging on the door, but once inside, both girls were alarmingly composed, as if in a state of shock. While treating the girl's neck injury, the woman became aware of blood dripping on the floor and then saw a large wound to the chest. She said, "As I moved her top, I saw a huge gash to her shoulder. I could see down to the bone. It was long and wide, like it had been pulled open or ripped." Forensic pathologist Dr. Richard Shepard told the court the girl had a 2 cm long neck wound and an 8 cm gash above her collarbone. He said the chest wound was deep and would have likely resulted in serious injury or death if it had damaged any of the underlying area. Wilkes will be sentenced in April. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More, fake electricity workers dug up streets to power £21 million cannabis farms. Error. More, gunmen open fire at pub, leaving at least 12 injured before fleeing scene. Error. More, killer's biblical last words before being first to be executed by firing squad in 15 years. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.